Okay, where are we and what are we doing? Well, it's Dayz. And this is the first time I've played Dayz since ArmA 3 came out. I'm not even sure where the heck I am. Oh well. But yeah, I thought I'd have a quick look. Remind myself. I'm probably going to end up hitting buttons in the wrong order, having two games stuck in my head. But let's see what we can do today on Dayz. Ugh, nasty weather. Nice to be on Chernobyl though. Talk to you in a bit. That was a little unexpected. Power lining it down to the south coast. I just had a slot of zombie. I suppose I might as well slot this one. Because I think there is, yes there is, a deer stand up here. There's only 2 other people on the server. It's weird that they've changed. I was expecting military Zeds on these things, but yeah, they've changed it. They keep on changing stuff. Not always for the better. Have we got anything up here of note? Smokies. That might be useful if I'm going into town. Probably afford to move some of this into my backpack, but no, pretty well sorted. There's not much in that town. There's a barn over there. Don't see much else in there to actually be even worth looking at it. So let's go down. At least the weather's picked up. It's not raining anymore. Which is always good. And yeah, it is strange to be, having spent best part of the last week playing ArmA 3, to be back in ArmA 2. I do like the lush green. That's one of the things I'm not so pleased with ArmA 3 is the setting. It is so dry and arid. I can sort of understand why. I know why they do it, because dry, arid actually is easier on performance. This is like, I mean, look at what I'm looking at here. So many things, a density of undergrowth and trees that really does hit performance. But I just think this map is so beautiful. It would be nice maybe if this map got the ArmA 3 thing. The other thing, of course, is playing ArmA 3, I have pretty much all the settings turned up. All the stuff that I say I don't like in ArmA 2, I have on in ArmA 3. So maybe I should do that here. So let's have a little quick look at the options. I have to be mindful that I don't want to up things too much because I'm recording. But yeah, I have post-processing disabled. Maybe I should have it on. I don't know if this is going to kick me out. Let's give it a go. No, it doesn't. It does feel a little soft. And do I have ATOC on or off? I think I have it on. But this is where I get this. Yeah, do you see those crazy dots? That's why I have it disabled. That's on sharp. HDR I can put on to very high. Whoa, it's all going black. Come back. Thank you. I have texture detail on very high. Shadows. That'll kill my frame rate. As I say, I can handle everything pretty much maxed out with a view distance of about 2.5 clicks on my PC, but that's when I'm not recording. Frame rate gets locked to either 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second when I'm recording with Fraps. Right now, what did I look up there? Right now it's running at 60. So, sorry, running at 30. 33, 31, 32, something like that. It does look a bit fuzzy, doesn't it, in places, but this is how it's sort of supposed to look. I'm using the power lines for navigation. Electro's where the power station is, so pretty much all power lines eventually will run to Electro. Well, pretty much. There's a couple of broken ones dotting around, but even if you're up in Bergino, you can follow the power lines all the way to Zelenogorsk and then back and one of them goes to Cherno, and one of them goes back to Electro. But yeah, it all goes to Electro. I don't know if I like this. Yeah, I suppose I do it. I do it in ArmA 3, and I think, ooh, doesn't this look good and sexy? But oh well. Talk to you in a second. So here we are. We're just outside Electro. The rain is pissing down, which I know, although renders up okay, YouTube will screw this bit up. The quality will be all over the place because there's too much going on. But looking down into Electro, I see no Z activity. So I'm going to take that as a pretty good sign. And we're going to trot in, see what we can find. Talk to you in a bit. Yay, the rain has stopped. So this is all talking about power lines. That's the substation, power station. This one on the right will take you to Solnichny. The one in the middle will take you to Zelena. And this one will take you to Cherno. Let's have a quick run in, see if there's anything of interest. Car bits. Can I get in without attracting his attention? Unlikely, you know. It makes so much noise. Got to keep your head swivelling around, looking for them Zeds. Blooming things. We'll pop in the back door. See if we've got anything. Ooh, what's that? Backpack. I think it's the same as the one I've got. Yeah, British assault pack. Pretty big backpack. I'm still not 100% certain which pack is the bigger. You know, I have, since the last lot of updates, I've not seen any what I was used to consider to be the largest pack, which is the military, the big military pack. Tin cans. Yeah, that's a lot of use. Ooh, some ammunition. What's this ammunition for? So, what have we got? M9, MP5. Quite like the MP5. Was that a cry of a Z? Well, it was a cry of a Z, but is it a cry of a Z that's actually got my attention? No, nothing much up here. Remember to look out windows. With ArmA 3, I haven't noticed some of the issues that you have in this, where you have to be careful with doors. Sorry, not doors, stairs. With ArmA 2 based mods, oh, he spotted me, little bugger. With ArmA 2 based mods, because obviously ArmA 2, you've got to be really careful around any kind of height, because you drop military. Did he change? Has he got, yeah, military Z? Got to be careful they don't tag me. Do a nice little complex path. Saw an update to the an update blog, if you like, for the ArmA. Sorry, for the Dayz standalone. Looks like the Zeds are going to be absolutely chuffing evil. Oh dear, sounds like someone's been having fun trying to fly. More bum fodder. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a lot of attention very quickly if I'm not careful. I'd love to be able to chat to this guy, but a little busy right now. See if I can lose these guys. Cool. Ooh, a tent. What are you? Are you a compass? Not that I don't already have a compass, but I've not seen that model on the ground. Yeah, it's a compass. That's a nice model. The HDR's making it flare a little. Having turned that up. Don't always like the way this game handles HDR, but I think I have managed... Oh shit, there's those guys over there. I may have to be quick. Really wanted to pick up a little bit of food and something to drink, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get much of an opportunity, does it? So, overly complicated course. Oh, bugger. I was hoping to go into the back of the pub. Have they got me? Weren't we in here before and wasn't there loot here, or was that a different one? Definitely very aware of the clunkiness of the character movement in comparison with ArmA 3. The one thing they've really nailed with ArmA 3 is the smoothness of movement. Any of you with any doubts about whether or not you should get ArmA 3, God, you've got to get ArmA 3. Oh, bugger. Oh, here we go. Let's get out of town. Or let's get out of here. Yeah, piss off you lot. I never was very good at quiet and subtle. Always has been my problem with this game. Ooh, frame dip. Sorry about that. Not actually much in there, is there? The back is normally pretty good, or always used to be pretty good. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, you have to be so much more careful with the Zeds now than you used to be. I mean, movement still helps. What I was saying about the dev blog from Rocket Hall on the tracking and the movement is going to be quite different. And instead, currently, the zombies follow the path that you have taken. So, if you run round in circles, they will run round in circles, which means they never touch you. Which, of course, we've all become familiar with. It's how we get about in Dayz. Without this lot, we can run around a plague-infested city like this without too much fear, as long as we keep moving, as long as we follow a complicated path. We can outcomplicate the Zeds. The Zeds just don't do complicated terribly well. And we've all become very familiar with that. But the Zeds in in Dayz Standalone are going to be controlled by the server, and what they're going to do is they're going to simplify the tracking. So instead of just simply following the path that you have taken, they're going to see where you are and try and cut the corners and come directly at you, which is worrying, because that's not really something, you know, outsmarting Zeds is going to be quite tricky. There are going to be a lot more Zeds, and yeah, we're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a really hard time coming into cities. This one always used to be a good loot spot point. Not today. Looks like it's compass day, doesn't it? Ooh, my guy was killed. So yeah, it is going to make life a little more tricky. Quick check to see how many people are still on this. Oh yeah, the server's filling up. Got to be aware of that. I came down to the south. Oh, there we go. I came down to the south coast, thinking, "Ooh, there's not many people on the server. I'll be fine." You lost. I know. I was going to say he lost interest, but the other one didn't. So, yeah, zombies are going to be really nasty. I mentioned a hero bug. What the heck's a hero bug? Go away. Here comes the rain again, and bang goes my performance. If no, that's... yeah. Problem is with this, the rain doesn't really hit my performance of my PC terribly hard, but what will happen is when YouTube renders, because too much of the screen is changing, the video quality you get, yeah, the video quality you will receive won't be as good. Let's answer this guy. So yeah, if too much of the screen is changing in 1 second, because the quality of that image will probably be good, because obviously a third of the image, or even half of the image, is just plain wall. So you know, YouTube will. Ooh, hang on, what's going on here? YouTube will render that up fine, but when you're out in the rain, too much of the image is changing in one go, and it renders up funny, and it'll be quite poor quality. Right, let's answer this guy. I'm saying that is, yeah, this business of the hero skin. Some people respect the hero skin. In other words, they don't shoot first. They at least attempt to make contact. Trust has always been the big issue with this game, and it's always been the most entertaining part of the player-player mix, is who do you trust, how can you trust anyone, no loot, in Dayz, when it is so easy to shoot people. It is so easy in Dayz just to slot everyone you meet. Well, that was not terribly fruitful, was it? Didn't pick up a lot of stuff. The rain's not too heavy. Do notice one thing, that the rain looks slightly better with the settings higher, or you know, with the post-processing on. I'll nip along and have a look at that little starling house. And yeah, try and find a safe space to spawn out, as there appears to be quite a few people on the server. Not that I'm frightened, I just wouldn't ordinarily come down to the south coast when the server's this full. Will it let me through? Yeah, just about. Right, need to find myself a little complicated course before I go in there. See, there might have been something interesting in there, but yeah, I've got a zombie up my chuff. Don't often come down to the south coast, but I thought, well, why not? Let's go first person. See if there's anything worth having in here. Answer: no. I'm glad they've gone back to the 45 cal slugs being in boxes. That makes sense. And there's a 45 to go with it. So, let's find a nice place to be. Now let's see if I can get this timing right. Yes, I did. I very often, when sometimes I seem to be able to get the timing right on that, and sometimes not. So let's trot along the coast. Do I really want to trot along the coast, or do I want to go inland? Let's go inland a bit. Because there are now... yeah, there's a few more people coming on. Let's get back into the woods. More Zeds, more stuff. To the woods. So here we are, overlooking Cherno. Lovely view distance on this server. The rain has finally stopped. We're down on the coast. Relative safety. Relative. It's all relative in this game. We have Electro, power station down there, and the fire station, which we managed to have a look in. The city. Looking at the devblog post from Rocket, it does look very good. Some interesting things going on. ArmA 3 is immensely impressive, especially as it's only an alpha at the moment. And that's your lot. First game played back on Dayz since ArmA 3 alpha came out. It does feel a little clunky in comparison. Possibly the most impressive feature of ArmA 3 is the smoothness and fluidity of player movement. It makes you feel like you're in a regular FPS game. I mean, if this game had the same fluidity of movement of ArmA 3, I would have shot most of those zombies and felt confident about it as well, because you can reaction shoot within ArmA 3 in the way you cannot in ArmA 2 or any ArmA 2 based mod. So yeah, that last scene of me running through getting chased by those zombies would have played out very, very differently if this was based on ArmA 3 with the ArmA 3 player movement, because I reckon I would have probably slotted most of those Zeds. Any Zed got within 20 yards of me, he would have been dead, because you just look, point, shoot, just like you were playing Battlefield or Call of Duty. And there'll be a lot of dead zombies down there, but you can't do that in this because of the clunky player movement. So that's your lot, boys and girls. I'm out of here. I will talk to you again later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.